Hello, everybody, and welcome to an Arena Cube Draft here on the channel. We're going to go pick by pick, play by play, talk through everything you need to know about the Arena Cube, and we're going to draft the heck out of it. Best of 3 style, so there will be sideboarding featured. I am streaming this live on Twitch, so if you want to join in the fun, you can check that out. Twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. But if I seem to be talking to somebody, I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to somebody. Okay. So we have our pack. There is an Llanowar Elves, which is really nice for a little bit of early game. Going straight into your 3-mana plays is really powerful. Pact of Negation is also quite good because you can just jam your threat and know that it will probably be sticking around. So I like both of those options. Evolved Sleeper is kind of cute, but I don't think worth first picking. There's a land. There's a removal spell, but I don't tend to take the removal too highly. I like to take cheap cards. I think here it's between Llanowar Elves and Pact of Negation. I think Llanowar Elves is good, but I think I'm going to lean towards the Pact. I just think it is a very unique effect and gives you a lot of versatility to get some pretty strong stuff to punch through. Once Upon a Time is also a very good card, but much better in, like, I think constructed decks probably. There's also some lands, but I don't think I'm going to take those. Heliod's cool for life gain stuff. Bloodbraid's good, but I just like taking the stuff that's like unfair inherently off the bat and seeing where we shall see. Okie doke. Now there is an Oracle of Moldiah. I love that card. Nice little bit of value, as they say. There's also, I mean, I love the lands. The Triomes are great, but I think in like a vintage cube or something, one of the things that's really good is like getting fetch lands to fix your mana, but in Arena Cube there aren't fetch lands, so you tend to just want the lands after you know your colors rather than proactively taking them. There's not really a good blue follow-up. I don't really want to second pick Supreme Will or Alrund. I do really like Oracle. I think it's better than Primeval Titan. Isika's Chariot is also just a crazy good card. So I might take that over Oracle because I tend to just favor good board power plays because creatures are really important. I think here it's between Chariot and Oracle. Both of them are pretty good with Pact. I think Oracle's better because you can like actually get a land off it immediately. Cruelty of Gix can be good. I do think Isika's Chariot is just absolutely fantastic though. So I'm going to take that one. I love me an Esper's Sentinel. I also like me a Worn Power Stone. Cultivate, less good. Gigantha, Mole Drifter. Urbrask's Forge was really good in its format. It's like an inevitability type thing, good with sacrifice synergies. What the heck is this card? Target creature with power less than into his owner's hand. And then you get a copy of it. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool as well. A lot of cards that are like arena only here. I think here it's between Worn Power Stone. I might just take Esper Sentinel, honestly. That card's pretty annoying. There's a lot of non-creatures running around in this cube. And when in doubt, I just like to take the cheapest cards possible. Okie doke. This card's fantastic. This card's fantastic. This card's good with the cards I already have a little bit. Good to fix my mana. Sylvan Smite. Oh, so it tracks whether or not I was the starting player. Neat. Red-white. I like History Benalia. Goes well with Isika's Chariot as like a token maker. I tend to take the lands a lot lower in Arena Cube than I do in like something like Vintage Cube. Blue, we don't see a single blue card, so that's worth noting. This card's pretty good. This card is pretty good. Also a fan of Abbott. I'll take the Ulvenwald Oddity. I don't feel strongly about any of those cards. I'm not going to really feel like I missed out on any of them. Now, I really like Colligan's Command. I really like Zealous, and I don't love Zealous Conscripts. Vraska's Contempt is quite good. Legion's Landing is quite good. That last pack was interesting. There was not really a card I felt strongly about, so I just took the Ulvenwald Oddity because I felt like it would fit nicely. I could have just taken the land there as well, but I kind of like to know my colors before I take lands in this cube. Vraska's Contempt is a card that I always get drawn to, even though it's not like insanely good, and Legion's Landing can like win you the game. Timeless Witness is like an Eternal Witness that you can eternalize in the late game. So pretty good card as well. I like Spectral Sailor as well. Goes well with like Pactum Negation. But I'm taking Legion's Landing. I think that card's phenomenal. Which makes me wish I'd taken a little bit different options. Ooh, Great Henge. Cyclonic Rift isn't particularly fantastic. We're seeing some black cards here. Restoration of Igonjo's nice. It plays well with Oddity and Chariot to make it cost 4 less so I can curve into it. Blade Splicer plays well with Legion's Landing because it makes me 2 creatures. There's also Legion Warboss, which plays well with Legion's Landing. Great Henge is pretty nice. Kind of just want to take Blade Splicer, though. Because I've been taking white cards. And white has seemed open. Nice. Now there's a Clarion Spirit, which plays also well with my Legion's Landing, my Blade Splicer. Kind of a go-wide type theme here. Lauren of the Third Path is also good, but I'm just defaulting to the cheap cards. And I can still combine this with red or anything, really. Priest of the Fellrites, eh? Bit of a Reanimator thing. This is a bit of a Reanimator thing. Rona is just a fantastic card on its own. Ow, not a card I prioritize, really, but it's pretty good in my white deck here. Knight of the Reliquary is also just a good one. Because I do have this kind of setup. Beast Caller. Oh, Queer and Beast Caller is just fantastic. I have a lot of creatures. And a lot of cheap creatures at that. Ooh, Selfless Savior is great. Once Upon a Time is also nice. Heliod, less good in my deck, but I'll take the Savior. Oh my gosh, Welcoming Vampire is amazing in my deck. Mayor of Aberbrook would also be good, because I do have a couple humans. That's a human. That's a Dryad. This is a human. But Welcoming Vampire is perfect. It's going to draw a card off so many of my spells. Okay, Gigantha. I can't play the Ulvenwald Oddity if I play Gigantha, so I think I'm just going to take a Monastery Swift Spear in case I want to play red instead of green. And even in that case, yeah, I think I would rather have Swift Spear than Forge. Portable Hole for the sideboard, or I could take Sylvan Smite. I'll take Portable Hole, because I just want the cheap spells so I can double spell with the Clarion. That guy's not particularly good in my deck, but we'll take it. Lonely End. Huh. That's pretty cool. Last pick, Touch of the Spirit Realm. Okay, so we're playing white, probably white-green. And we're just trying to take cheap cards so that we can like double spell and do crazy stuff. This card's sweet. We get to buff our entire team and destroy a couple of things. Lyra is not really something we're in the market for. Hey, Yadaro, I'm doing well. Settle the Wild. This is more of a slow card. Cave of the Frost Dragon's pretty good too, but I'm going to take Collective Effort, I think. Currently, I know I'm playing white and probably green because I've got a couple of really good green cards, like Curve Toppers type things to supplement. But Collective Effort just plays well. I float a lot of creatures, a lot of things that make multiple creatures, so this is just perfect for my deck. Lyra's not really a huge priority for me because it costs so much mana. Okie doke. This gets white or green, so it's kind of like nice on that front. Sword is good because it gets me some value. Layer is good. This card's good if I wanted to go top end in a different color. This card's good. I could also just take this, but that's not particularly great because I'm not really ramping. I might just take the sword, or maybe I'll take the Triumph. I don't really want the Triumph because it comes into play tapped, but I also want decent mana. I think I will take the Triumph. I just don't think sword's going to be that good for me. Okay, Monastery Mentor could be perfect for my deck. There's a lot of blue cards here. Counterspell, Brainstorm, but not a lot of white cards. This is another white-green land. I love me a Vendilion Click, but I'm just going to take the Mentor because I actually do have a decent number of non-creature spells, even though I'm going to cut some of them. A little bit tough of a pack. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I will need a few more 2-drops. I'm not going to play Touch of the Spirit Realm. But yeah, Mentor might not make the cut, but I think it's better than just taking another tap land. I'm probably going to just play these green cards. I think we're in good shape. Let's see if I know anybody in my pod. Whoa, I don't know. It doesn't let me see any names. Brutal. Ooh, nice. Getting a 1-drop. With protection for multicolored. This card's bonkers. Is this card even... I mean, I think I might just take this card because it just feels like I'm not going to be able to kill them that quickly, and this card's like unbeatably good. At least it is often feels unbeatably good. So I get to make 2 more tokens and then put 2 counters on each creature, and I have a kind of a go wide theme. I think I'll give up on the Soldier of the Pantheon. I already have a few 1-drops, and this card's just fantastic. You got to be willing to take the powerful cards when you see them. Ooh, Wedding Announcement is also perfect for my deck. In the Trenches also could be good, but that one might hopefully come back. I think Wedding Announcement is also a perfect card. This deck is really working out. What's this guy do? Card from a graveyard to your hand. Conjure duplicate. Oh, that's neat. Thragtusk is good. Sword of Fire and Ice is good. This is a pretty easy Wedding Announcement, though. That card is fantastic. Now it's between a Danto Vanguard, Steel Seraph. I'm leaning towards a Danto because it's going to be something that sticks around so I can always have something for Collective Effort. It is just an aggressive 2-drop that can always attack. And I have plenty of 3-drops. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 3-drops already, and I have a whole other pack. So I'm going to take the Danto Vanguard here over the Steel Seraph. Not that I don't think Steel Seraph is fantastic. That card is excellent. Primal Command, no. Shark Typhoon, no. I do like some of these cards. Chaos, I think, is going to be the pick, though. Just buffing my whole team. Pretty nice, flexible card. And now there's an Adeline, which is also an incredible card. Maul is great. And yeah, pretty happy with Adeline. That's why I'm glad I didn't take the other 3-drop, the Steel Seraph. Beautiful. We wield the Cave of the Frost Dragon. That'll play really nicely in this deck. There's also a Lyra. We're going to make our mana base a little bit better. Okay, I'll take the Settle the Wreckage just so I don't have to play against it. This is also best of 3, so I could sideboard it in. I need to remember that. I'm viewing Mikaeus as more of a 2-drop. Toski came back. That card can be really good. In the right matchup. Of my 3-drops, the Monastery Mentor is probably the weakest. Oh, Baby Soldier came back. I knew it. Perfect. We might end up cutting something like Ulvenwald Oddity, even though it's really good at the top end here. Ooh, I love In the Trenches here. I also think that Spirited Companion could be good, but I'd rather just get a mass buff for my whole team. That can also be removal in the late game. Sure, I'll take this from the table. It doesn't really matter. Aruga. Okay, so what's in this pack? Well, in terms of white cards, Felidar Retreat's pretty good. Rabble Rousing was like unbeatable in New Capenna. So I'm tempted to try that. There's no pure white card other than these two. And in green, there's like an Elvish Mystic, but I'd rather just like bias my deck towards the white cards. I kind of want to try Rabble Rousing. I am kind of a token Z deck. This card's good, but I think that I'd rather try Rabble Rousing. Just a top-end finisher. Aspirant is the perfect 2-drop. I can't imagine many cards I'd rather have than this. It sucks that Sun Petal Grove is in this pack, because I'd definitely play that. But this card's perfect. Love to see this. Vivian Reed's also quite good. Rankle's pretty cool. But this is like the easiest Luminarch Aspirant ever. Okay, now there's a Fabled Passage. What's this thing do? 1/3. Add any color. Only to cast creatures. When you cast a creature that doesn't share a creature type with a card in your library, draw a card. Beast, Squirrel, Human. Yeah, I have way too many types in common. This card's pretty good. I'm going to take the Fable, though. The Fabled Passage. Just get good mana. I think it's going to be better than Jetmir's Garden. Another 1-drop. Don't mind if I do. This Elish Norn is pretty good. But I'm just going to take the Usher. I might not even need to play green. I'm just getting all the good white cards. Oh, baby. Swords to Plowshares? What? Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, I can just, like, cut my green cards because I just have so many good white cards that it's not going to matter. And it'll just make my mana more consistent. Well, Swords to Plowshares is fantastic. And then don't mind if I do on the Thalia. What's this do? Create 2 white knights. Seek an online permanent card. Destroy an artifact for tournament, gain right life. I'll just take the Thalia. The Eternal Wanderer is also great, but it's a 6-drop in my deck. I'd rather just get another 3. Eater of Virtue. I don't really have that many keywords. I'll just take ECD. I wield this. Perfect. I could also just take Crawling Barons. No, but I need one more playable. I'll take Vivian in case I do go for some green cards.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained.
Beautiful. I got the Elspeth, so that gives me my last playable that I needed. Excelente. I think this went pretty well. I could play Touch the Spirit Realm. I don't really have Enters the Battlefield effects to double, though. I only have Blade Splicer. I'm excited to see how this deck does. I felt like we were reading the signals pretty well. I mean, we started with a Pact of Negation, and then we moved into green. And then we moved into white third, kind of as our third option. And then it was just so open that we kind of had to do it almost. I mean, I was taking some picks that maybe were controversial. Like I took Clarion Spirit fairly highly. I took Legion's Landing fairly highly. But I do like both of those cards. I'll take this. Just in case they have like some crazy big creature that I need to deal with. Sure, I'll take Bastion. Igonjo, let's go. That makes my mana a bit better. Love me an Electrolyze, just not in this deck. Okay. I like this deck. It's maybe not the best of 3 deck, just because like they can adapt and bring in all their hate cards, but sure as heck is a good deck, I think. I mean, we got a lot of really good cards. We got so many 1-drops too. And we got 2 utility lands. And we have some sideboard options. Yeah, we're going to keep it like this. 17 lands because we have the Igonjo. We can use this spell. This can be a spell. And we just want to hit our lands so we can play our 3-drops and stuff. So yeah, this is going to be the deck. We also don't have a better card to play in the sideboard. I don't want to play this over a land. So yeah, we're going to play it like this. I will see you folks in the games.
Hey there! If you are enjoying my videos and would like to support my content, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a way for viewers to support the content that they enjoy so that more of that content can be made, and my Patreon is no different. It really helps me dedicate the time and effort needed to make videos, and when you become a patron, you gain access to exclusive rewards as one of the ways I like to say thank you, like access to my card-by-card tier lists for each set, drafts with me, and other cool things. Special shout out to those patrons who support me at the credits level. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get to the games.
Welcome to round 1. We are against a Lutri companion deck. And we have pretty easy mulligan. We don't have enough lands to curve out. And this is an easy keep. We have all the lands we need to curve out. We don't really need land 4, so not too hurt by the mulligan. Playing against LP Original G. I'm glad they don't have the alchemy version of this card. Put it on that guy because he hits the hardest. And if they do want to use removal, they'll probably want to use it on the aspirant anyway. I'm going to play Mentor and then this, I think. Actually, this is really nice to get down because it'll start triggering. Might as well attack both. That way they don't have the option to chump block, really. Oh, no, actually, it just draws me a card. That's why it's better. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. So I think drawing a card is better than making a 1/1 there. It usually is. No! That's brutal. Just gonna keep buffing this guy. They have all spells in hand. I'm saving this for when I draw like another 1-drop so I can immediately get a 1/1. Opt, okay. True, every deck is a Lutri companion deck. Okay, so they have any color. Oh, what a draw. I'll attack with everything. Before I know what's in their deck, I tend to play more aggressively here. But that's the beauty of best of 3, because now I'll know if they have some bounce spell. Okay. They go to 1. I'm definitely still playing this. Because now I have 4 attackers against 2 blockers. And if they do Wrath, as soon as I draw another cheap creature, I can just get 3 more bodies on the board. Yes, they can see. Okay, so they have Repeal. They have Opt, and they have Reclamation Sage. How can I play around Rec Sage? I can't really do that. I have too many good enchantments to side them all out. It does mean I don't want Elspeth Conqueror's Death, pretty much. This can protect artifacts or creatures. I think I just run it back. So in like high level events, I like to write down the cards I've seen. It's just a strategy to keep my mind active while I wait for stuff to happen. I've seen Opt. It just helps me remember stuff. So then there's Repeal, Rec Sage, Armored Scrap. And we have a beautiful hand here. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel, turn 2 Luminarch, and they have mulliganed. Okay. Buffing this is pretty good. A little bit less damage because I can't attack with the Dauntless Bodyguard right away, but now they have to pay 2 or let me draw a card for most of their spells, so that's pretty good. And I get to just jam Adeline. Perfect. It's not the best, but I get to at least draw a card this way. And I will protect the Luminarch Aspirant with the Bodyguard, I think. It's pretty close. Exile target non-land permanent that isn't exactly 2 colors. Okay. They have Invasion of Ravnica. Sure. You shall protect the Luminarch Aspirant. I can't get too much value out of this other than putting counters on all my guys. I'm gonna start growing him. And then if they do play a big creature, I can use Collective Effort to very good effect. Okay. So they're going to bounce what? Okay, Selfless Savior. So they get their own Selfless Savior. All their creatures conveniently small enough. Okay. This is frustrating because I can't kill any of their things. They're playing like a big mana deck, potentially, and I just can't kill a single card they play with Collective. And they don't have any enchantments either. I'm doing well, Spaceman. I'm doing well. I considered like putting a counter on all of their creatures just so their Tatyova would grow. Oh, this is incredibly frustrating. They just can't seem to play a big creature. This Rex Sage has also wrecked me. Maybe I didn't distribute the counters with the Aspirant properly. Elspeth would be a good draw. Swords would be a good draw. Felidar Retreat, that's a good one. I will play my land to put a counter on every creature or make 2 Bat Cats. I'm gonna make cats for now. I'm waiting for them to like play like their top end guy. They're like big stabilizing final flourish card. I collective effort. Buff my whole team. There he is. Not what I was hoping to kill, but I'll take it. This is pretty big. Massive swing. I'm attacking them for 20. Sure, definitely do that guy first. Wait a second. That's pretty good. The fairy, okay. That's not great. Oh gosh. Not the time to draw a land, I'll say that much. If I make each one vigilance, I can make my guy. That's an okay trade for me, honestly.
You know what?
I think this game's mostly over, though. I'm just learning more about their deck. I've kind of flooded if you didn't notice. They've also gained like 1 billion life this game, so it's kind of tough. I think I'm going to scoop them up. Yeah, there's no way I can win this. Okay. Okay, game 3. I don't think the green version of my deck is any better. It's mostly that Rex Sage just like clean kills a lot of my cards. Rex Sage is like their best card in the matchup, it has to be. I kind of want to bring in Elspeth Conquers Death. I definitely don't want to bring in this because they know they have the Rex Sage. But then again, I don't think this is even better than most of the cards that I have, so just run it back. I'm on the play again, which will be a huge help. That last game, they kept like stringing together cards for a little bit. I didn't see any sweepers yet, though, so that's good. So I'll just extend like maximum expansion on my cards. Remembering to hold lands for Felidar Retreat is important too. Play first. This is a beautiful hand. I just need 1 land and I'm off to the races. Beautiful. Sure. I'm not going to swords their Lotus Cobra. Just going to hope they don't have Rex Sage. If they have Rex Sage again, I'm going to be so sad. Even then, I'll at least have the ability to flip my Legion's Landing, though. Courser, sure. Deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. I'll just play it as a land. Then I'll play Monastery Mentor. Attack with everyone. I get to draw a card and flip my Legion's Landing. Adeline is fantastic. They need a sweeper or they lose. So, and even then I get to keep my Danto Vanguard. Yep, I did use my swords. Oh, I forgot that I was going to make a tapped human, so I could have attacked with these two guys. Oh, that could be costly. Okay, so now I swing with the whole board and win, hopefully. Yes! Look how many creatures we have! We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Well, we got the win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. I will keep this hand on the draw. I've got a 2-drop of sorts. They are mulliganing to 5. This is one of my weaker hands that I could have, though. But most of my draws are either 1-drops or lands, so that's good. I only need 1 land for this hand to work out. There we go. Oh, okay, what does that do? So I'll be able to kill that with collective effort coming up. Ah, I see. They're playing aggro. This is actually going to work out so beautifully because I'll get to go soldier and collective effort to kill their kill the Ayara Oathsworn. Yeah, that's not going to cut it, buddy. That's another great draw, but I'm going to stick to the plan to get rid of the Ayara Oathsworn. Ayara Oathsworn. This doesn't have ward, right? Nope, okay. And I'm not planning on blocking with the Monastery Mentor. I think the Monastery Mentor will make a guy, so it'll make a 2/2 for me. And then I'll just start putting counters on my entire team. Sounds reasonable. Sure. Hello. If you had magical powers that allowed you to teleport apples with your mind, would you use this power for good or evil? Oh, that's such a good question. By evil, does that mean that, like, if I, like, use it to trick people and mess with them? Or, because I definitely think I would try to, like, do something, like, confuse the heck out of someone. Okay, I'm going to play Adeline here. It's a huge vigilance threat. And then I'm going to attack for... They can make this a 3/3. I think I can race this thing. Especially because this makes another token. I'm not going to get greedy. Because this way they only make 2 tokens. Okay. Oh, I should have put the damage the other way, so I could overkill the first guy and not kill their Hangerbuck. And then they wouldn't get any tokens. No! You're joking me. Can that save me? I don't think it does. It does! I should have counted. Let's go! We hit them for so much damage. Okay, back to the apple scenario. Evil is teleport an apple inside. Okay, I'm not going to be teleporting apples into anybody. Could be to solve world hunger. I don't see how teleporting apples would solve world hunger. It's not like I'm generating apples. Settle, potentially. I think I might bring in Blessed Alliance against their like early menace guy. I don't really think I want that though. So if I bring in that, I'll take out Felidar Retreat because it's a bit slower. I could just take out a land. Honestly, shaving lands, considering I'm going to be on the draw, would probably be better. But I know they're playing aggro. I know that the Blessing is going to be really good against like if they're 2-drop menace guy, for example. Beautiful hand. I mean, not the best hand, I'll be honest. Shambling Ghast, sure. The hand looks a lot worse now that I'm looking at it again. But it got some good stuff in it. And I think it's a keep. No need to block, I can just attack back. Okay, we're in some amount of trouble here. This is the greedy line. Okay, they don't have a kill spell. That was lucky. What the heck does that do? Can I do the same thing? Wait, is this an enchantment? No, I have the enchantment. I think I will tap the Mentor because it doesn't have any great blocks. No attacks. Next turn I can play Rabble Rousing, which is fantastic in this situation. Oh, this is so good with Rabble Rousing too. Oh, baby. I would love an Adeline. Yep, gotta send them all. Next turn I can go into the trenches plus this guy, make a bunch more guys. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's really, really bad. As the saying goes. Oh, man. I'm just going to end the turn. Maybe they play something worth more. Or they try to do some shenanigans. This is a good synergy with Rabble Rousing. I should have killed that in response to the Hangerback Walker on the stack. I'm going to lose the game because of that misplay. Yep. I also then should have blocked with my Welcoming Vampire. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, I was literally like, okay, yeah, I need to exile that thing. If I'd done that on my turn, I would have won this game easily, and as it is now, I'm going to lose really badly. Gosh darn it, Nicolai. Why am I so bad? That was so trash. I literally should have just exiled Yawgmoth. There's nothing that could have gone wrong there. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to concede in shame. My gosh, this game was so easy to win. That was such a free win. I literally was like, oh yeah. And then I just forgot that they could just sacrifice the Hangerback Walker and obliterate me. Jeez Louise, that was so bad. Gosh. Awful. Just awful. My gosh. Over time, I've gotten much, much saltier when I make horrible plays because I've gotten better at the game, and so each misplay is just like, what the heck are you doing, Nicolai? Okay, I'll keep this. This is a great hand, I think. I just need to draw a land here, and then I'm unbeatable. Because I go this into Portable Hole. Yes. They don't have anything? Okay. So if I draw a land, my rabble rousing works. If I don't draw a land... This would have been a lot easier if I just won the last game like I was supposed to. Okay. I will be absolutely stunned if I lose this game without them casting a board wipe. Let's go. Oh, gosh. I was playing around them having something like a sacrifice outlet for the hanger back, but it wasn't going to matter. I was probably going to swords after the attack went through. Okay, round 3. Here we go. Welcome. We will keep this on the draw. We'll lead with the bodyguard on turn 1, even though it doesn't protect anything. Our deck is sweet. Bodyguard. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, everyone's playing this Oathsworn guy. Are they playing mono black aggro? Okay, that's not a real card. I could cash in mid-chaos right now to buff my entire squad. Or I can wait and buff next turn. I'm going to wait and buff next turn. They keep attacking. That card is a clock. I don't understand why this couldn't have been a normal card. Oh, it is a normal card. Well, I'm going to put a counter. No sniping Mikaeus for you, buddy. So this only costs 2 to use. I could snipe this thing. Cost 3. Oh, no, I have 2 legends, so it only costs 1 to use. That's perfect. I'm not so sure they'll give it +2/+2. They're probably going to kill my token again. Oh, they do give it +2/+2. Wow. That's annoying. Yeah, I don't need to block. Gosh darn it. Hmm. This is frustrating. Man. Them giving +2/+2 really wrecked me. Sure. Cat. Gosh, I should have maybe kept the other guy around and they're gonna make me lose so much life. So they can deal 4 to me. I need to draw an answer to IR, like a path, or swords, I mean. Swords? Dang it. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. I got too greedy, I guess. I should have blocked their menace guy earlier or something. Gosh, IR is so... Oh my gosh. That was so bad. So bad. Well, Blessed Alliance is coming in. Elspeth Conquers Death is coming in. And I'll cut... Heretic Cathar. And Felidar Retreat. Because I know that they have very few non-basics. The Cathar doesn't do as much. Making their creatures come in tapped is pretty good. This hand is fantastic. This is a turn 3 Legion's Landing, if it works. Sure, they can kill that guy. Come on, land. Not a land, but quite good. Sure. I guess I could have kept it around to keep my Adeline safe. Sure. Gosh, I've got the ECD. All I needed was a land and play rabble rousing. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. the heck does that do? That's annoying. They'll bring back the Oath Sworn. Get rid of Ayara. Rabble Rousing might not be good in this matchup. Because they have like a lot of ways to keep my board contained. Nice. Nice. With being on the play comes great responsibility, as they say. They don't really have enchantment removal, so that can actually be useful. This isn't going to be good on the draw. That has some potential. Gonna shave a land on the draw. Seems fine. My deck is incredibly low curve. Yeah. Well, this is a keeper. Esper Sentinel, this guy. I think Rabble Rousing is going to go. I do think that card's good, but... Don't Life of Toshiro me. They used a 2-mana removal spell to kill my Esper Sentinel, and it's cost them 3 mana, so that was pretty good. If I hit a 1-drop off this, that'd be amazing. To get an extra token. I hope they don't have my path to exile. That'd be brutal. Oh, Adeline, you're kidding me. Oh my gosh. They're going to activate this, sacrificing this and this or something. And then what do I sacrifice? under its owner's control. So touch is going to get me back my Adeline. Actually, unless they jump block with that guy first. Oh, devastating. Well, I'm probably dead. We'll just be honest about that one. This is not really a comebackable situation. Oh. If I find path, no. That's tough. Come on, give me swords to plowshares. Yes! Oh, I'm 1 point off of killing them. I'm dead to any creature. I'll be 2 points off if I use swords. So if they use this to try and finish me off. So if I exile Massacre Worm and they just don't have a creature, I win. I think that's my only bet. No, they had the creature. Gosh darn it. They had a couple creatures. Gosh, I was 1 life point off. Man. Don't think there was anything I could have done differently. Why didn't I play swords before attacks? Because I was thinking that if I did something really crafty, like if they blocked with their Massacre Worm, then I would swords my own Golem. Gain 4, go up to 6, Massacre Worm would kill my guy. I'd go down to 4, and then I would still have stuff, and I'd have outs. So that's why I did it that way. That's why I didn't play swords before blocks. Because if they blocked with their Massacre Worm, I think I would have won. Gosh darn it. Man, that was close. So if I had, instead of going for the fancy play, if I had just cast Touch the Spirit Realm, no, I wouldn't have had the mana then to play Blade Splicer. Like, if I just play Touch the Spirit Realm, it gives me a token, I draw a card, it's swords. And then I exile their Massacre Worm. And then I draw the swords, and I get to exile their priest. Then I have plenty of blockers, and I can win. No, but they have Adeline still. There wasn't a way to use swords on my own guy, because then Massacre Worm attacks me. So if I don't swords the Massacre Worm, they attack me. And I have to block both Ayara and that thing, and so I lose at least 2 creatures. But no, I could have double blocked. No, because I was at 2. That was the thing. Was I couldn't ever use my swords in response to damage because they would just sack in response to swords. So the only way I was going to win is if they were dopey and didn't go to attacks first. And I didn't want to count on my opponent making a misplay, which maybe was my best hope of winning, is them making a misplay. But the thing is if they go to combat and attack me with their Massacre Worm and their Ayara, I can, like, double block the Ayara, chump block the Massacre Worm, sack my guy in response so that I only lose one guy, have one guy die. I go up to like 4 or whatever, say. And then they just sack in response. But if they try to sack beforehand, I could win. If I had just cast the exile removal spell on the Massacre Worm, it makes me a token for the monk. I draw a card. I draw swords. I swords priest. I'm at 2. They have this and my Adeline. But I have a huge board. And I can, like, totally block their stuff. And my guy has Vigilance, so I can still attack them. I think I got too cutesy with the Adeline play. I needed to just cast that, and then I would have had a shot. Dang it! Oh, that's so brutal. I did not play perfectly there, probably. I think casting the thing is probably better, because that's my only answer. The Adeline. It's like I basically used the thing to kill their Adeline when Adeline didn't really matter. Because I was going to win that game probably if Adeline, even if they had Adeline. Oh, this is Obosh. That's what that art is. I couldn't figure out what it was before. Anyway, 2-1. We did our best. That match ultimately came down to them just having a sick Massacre Worm there at the end, I think. It just did so much havoc on me. I had a pretty wide board at the time. But I played my best, did all I could, and that's all you can do. If you did make it all the way to the end of this video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag clutch swords, because we did draw it exactly when we needed it to give ourselves some interest there. Or you can leave hashtag classic white, because we had all of the classic hits in this deck, and it was a pretty fun deck. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.